right, Dean, thanks very much. Let's get stuck to the third of 4 meetings between the Oilers and the Sharks. These are the watching by. Playing in just his second game for his new team. The former Maple Leafs lost in his Sharks debut March 5th against Vancouver. But it was the Martin Jones show last night in Calgary, a 2-1 victory in overtime. He made 47 saves in that game. The Oilers, of course, coming off a 2-1 win of their own on the road. They were in Winnipeg on Sunday. And Drew, the shortest homestand you can have.
How many of these have the Oilers had this year?
The word is 5. Griffin Reinhardt gets the sponsors with Adam Hart. On the blue line, Reinhardt brought up with you. We take a look at the keys to the game. They're brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
As Tom Shannon already alluded to, in the defensive zone, the details have to be there for the Edmonton Oilers because the Sharks are so big, so aggressive, and lots of movement. For the Sharks, so good. 6 years in San Jose as the head coach, Todd McCollum. 311 wins, 250 Western Conference Finals. That's the year from Buffalo, how different it is. We talked about Dan Martin situation as well. San Jose, they call it the single top here. Edmonton, trying to start that game.
Nathan Poirier, Michael Warnock, and then the Brandon David Cleveland is into the Winnipeg. And get the box. February in Brooklyn. Back to Buckley behind the net. The Islanders. Backhand goes just wide. Come on, Curtis. He's it around the boards and goes out of play.
You want to mention it? Really big. Gets it down, going back and covering, turning away, you can see the left knee. Then Dave's a truck when he goes down, and that was a sad sight. Randy Davidson down, knocks the truck ball down. The Leafs and heads going very clear.
He can state the burn when it comes to Don Score. That's scoring. Hands out at one side of it, and it ends up on the back of the net.
Now, this is something needed for Kirk Douglas. In 21 games against the Edmonton Oilers, snap and set. The look at the Kirk coming to watch him, and he has prevented from doing a winner.
Goal in 8 years.
Number 7, Jonas
Jones. Also a Sends it out to center. Ivy will give it to Dubrik. He'll bang it in. And Cam Talbot will send it around the boards. Intercepted by Malcolm Carlson. On that line, it's McKinnon and Everett. The Bucks are trying to top it. Having some trouble finding the puck now.
It's a good play. Shoot the puck. Have the guy driving to the net. Keep that half up the goal point.
And Bennett. On the party. It's points from the three games. And doing a lot of that. 230 pounds in the water polo. To the middle, all there. The puck now comes to Maroon. He is in trouble with it, and back comes the shot. Another hit. Comes out of the corner. Is behind him, and it's picked up now by McDavid. McDavid moving in with Everly. McDavid driving to the net.
The last few games, the Oilers have scored a goal that had one good half. Take the help of David on the San Jose Sharks. Good point where he's got middle drive, got back over there. First shot they got the puck, he just missed by Connor Alvarez. The speed of Connor McDavid takes Justin Braun wide. He's the right over again. He gets the puck to home. He's coming in from the middle, just misses there.
Is affected by Lambert. Anton Lambert will open it up. Turns to Dunsmore. Dunsmore brings it off the board. Trying to catch up to it was Vieto. Couture brings it in now. Morgan Couture. Four for the Hitters. Hendricks hesitates. Boyle let it go. Blood save. No rebound for Adam Brackett.
Needed one. Over a front tackle player. The first season against the San Jose Sharks head coach. And Todd and Jay Woodcroft go back to the World Championship. And one of the good players there with Canada. 14 matches. Even Scott Wilson, one of the few players. One of the two of them. I think that's the last one.
John Cooper. Carlson, just out of his reach. 3.5 years in New Jersey as well. Gilbert. And he was checked by Nurse. Opportunity now for Vasiliev. Bad save. Jack to the Lord. Coming in is Adam Hardy driving home out. Roman Pola. Ball takes the three. Second. Sakura will give it to his defensive partner, Kane. Now it's Maroon at center. Warriors want to make a change, so he'll play it back to second. Catching the David line, ready to go. Shot back in by Justin Braun. All the way to come back and tucked in by Braun. Second round. Beverly. Last one. Will give it to Braun. Just been gone right up the middle. Nice pass to Hurdle. Here comes Beverly. They tip it in for Beverly. Beverly. Wait. He's going to the front of the line. He comes back to Beverly. That's what he's been doing. Takes the gun. And then he goes wide. He's going to the goal scorer. Got the game winner last night in Calgary. 9 game-winning goals for number 8. Rebound finish. It's away by Adam Clement. Nice job, Tiger. Front side looking for the puck. Under 12 minutes to go in the third game. Through the 4 meetings between these teams. As it comes up to line over the corner. Back to traffic. Picked up by Bird. The Marcus Carlson. Pass intended for Timmy is broken up by Reinhardt. Play it to Jimmy. Here's Tony now to Marcus Carlson. Save and decides to cover it up with Vlasic right there. Welcome to the winning. Turns the ancient football shots across both teams in National Hockey League. 24 wins, last 9 games, 7-1-1. The power play is secure. Talking about today. They're in the box. Good shots. Good to make 2 teams. someone gets majority loud as a member of the San Jose Sharks. Number 1 among the defensemen in goals. He's got 24 on the season. Donskoy circles the net. We'll play it back to Martin. All Martin will give it to Couture. And Martin not able to keep that puck in. And the Sharks are going to have to clear it. They get a change in. Send out Lander, Cole, and Hendricks. Adam Hardy right up the middle, and it's tipped in by Lander. And one from Brendan Dillon, who gave it on the ice. So looking for it, but it's going to break back in the Oilers territory. Now Hendricks with speed moving in. And looking for the rebound was tackled. Reimer made the save and then covered the rebound.
Face-off's very important. You're up against the Sharks. They're a good face-off team. Moving in that area. The face-off win. Some help along the way with Patrick Maroon. The shot. James Reimer on top of it. Very choppy set. But Matt Hendricks was going to score against the San Jose Sharks tonight. Reimer's got it.
Pavelski cutting from the middle. Pavelski trying to get a shot away. Quick pass up for Korpakowski. Deflected in, and Braun will go back to the get up. Braun works his way to the red line. On the far side now by Evans. Evans flips it to the middle for Korpakowski. In by Evans. Off the glass and hits it out to center. End of the shift for Pavelski. He will peel off. Ward to an open wing. Picked up now by Sekera. Sekera to Payne. Payne for Lejeski. He'll backhand it in. Around the board. Stop by Yakubov. Now we'll let it go. Mullen plays it to the middle. Cut off by Payne. Right back in by Lejeski. Lejeski back to Yakubov. Yakubov was 16 under
We know how to protect it. Inside Insurance, specializing in the oil and gas and construction industries. InsideInsurance.ca.
Over 100 shots now behind the season. Taylor Hall has the most as an Edmonton Oiler. He is 5th to the NHL.
After a dismal game against Ottawa, the last game of the host game, the Oilers hit the road. When you look at their last 5 games, there has been an improvement. One of the big areas of the game is 94% on the phone. The only real bad game was the Columbus game. Get back in the game because you can't take them at the field right after this game.
Absolutely. Nieto steps to the chest. Love Albert. Couture goes all the way up to Blackett. Takes it to the middle. Donskoy tips that one and he takes it on the wall. Tipped in by Braun. Carter. He tips on Nieto. Hall. Turns back as both teams want to make changes. Hall will lay it back to Glendening, and then he's going to head to the bench. Nurse and Denning. Anders, Bacco, and Hendricks, the forward line now for the Oilers. Nurse plays it to Hendricks. He had pull-up. two. Cam Talbot had to be sharp.
He's a good jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's very good at it. I'm not embarrassed to tell you that Brett and I have rolled together quite a few times, so not lasting longer than 20 seconds to take care of it. He's a very, very big UFC family. I think he's a big fan.
Burns on a 5-game win. Automatic six by the goal by Logan Couture.
Like Brett, he's a unique individual. He has the weird kind of signals that out from the military, but he is eccentric. He's the best way to put it. What the other Brett wants to do this year is he's going to jump after the World Championship to this year where he's playing the All-Star game. Now, second in the league is starting to transfer points. He is a big leader on this team. At one time, he was minus 15 this year. Right now, minus 2.
Tied for sixth in the league in ice time as well. He plays over 26 minutes a game. Kapagowski hands it in. It goes right to Reimer. The lead is for Paul Martin. And Martin gets picked up. Six attackers out there now for the Sharks. 4.5 minutes to go in the period. Pavelski lines up in his own zone. Pavelski will give it to Burns. Burns waits. Leads it back to Pavelski. Pavelski to the middle of the goal. Now finally cut. Penalty to the Oilers to the work.
It's an unfortunate penalty. It's like going off the upstairs. Let's get to the last spot. These guys get together for a fight. They know instinctively whenever they're going to play. They are going to get out of fight. So they're going to win it until one fight.
They were 0 for 1 in the game against Calgary. They have not scored against the Edmonton Oilers. They give it to Couture. Couture sets a shot and he scores. Logan Couture gets his second goal of the game. His fourth power play of the season. The Sharks have a 2-0 lead.
20 points in 21 games for Logan Couture against the Edmonton Oilers. All displaying the Oilers. Those kind of wants to play. He never gets mentioned, so he feels slighted when he comes here. Hits his back up and he's working down right now. Big shot right on the shoulder. Sounds like there was a kick. Now off the tip, off the mask, and again, Logan. There is a big ball. We're behind.
And Brent Burns gets another assist along with Phil Pavelski. 15-50, the top of the power play goal. Next pull-up in front of his own net was comes back to Roman Polak at the point. He takes the shot. Now he'll let it go. Deflected by Nieto. Zach Cassian gets to center. It's turned again by Logan Couture. It goes to Nieto. And a good play by Payne to cut that off.
The tip on Logan Couture's ball. Shot, yes, there, up off the stick. That's why it hits Cam Talbot in the basket. And then he jumps in, face off. So the point, and he also puts it. They'll drag off his play. And back in, bounce people back. And they both take shots. Sets up Logan Couture. Big shot. Freezes everything.
Bueno right around the pin. By Payne, just knocked down. Montour gets right back up. Jonas Montour. Just knocked down by Payne. He takes the puck away from him and gets it to Hall. Hall, out by pass for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. And he is checked with Justin Braun. Down at 29. Hall goes down as well as the Sharks break out. Mar.08 gets to center, sends it slowly in as they make a change. Oilers going to change too. David out on the ice now with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here in the first period. Sharks with 9 shots, the Oilers with 11. Korpikoski gets one in, gets saved by Roma, and brings up into the net.
What do you do down to nothing in the first period? You know, your team hasn't played too bad. Right now, you have to just talk about a few things. One of the new areas where you break the team, I think, brothers approve of so far. Look at the puck north as quickly as possible. You get too much time going back to your team and not making the pass to the fullest allows the San Jose Sharks to get back to the neutral zone and start to attack getting the traps. Oilers are big when they're moving forward.
Kowski wins that draw. Martin goes right up the middle for Horton. He is checked by Nurse as he gets it down low to the bottom. After the fourth, Horton is waiting for it. Just made around the hole to Matt Curtin on the near side. Curtin on the far side. Taking a weird hop off the stanchion, came right out in front. It's picked up instead by Korpikoski. One Korpikoski, center and pass from out through there defensively. And now he is cut back offensively, but there is Korpikoski.
Two guys driving towards the net.
Hurdle flips it into the corner. Clendening around the near side. Korpikoski is checked, but Adam Hardy helps out. Clendening off the glass and out. Gillen gets checked. Hendricks and Backnell out there now. Hardy and Reinhardt. And the defenseman at center, in the Zubris. Across the line, Zubris. He is checked, but the puck is kept in by Carlson. Hardy, watch it to Tierney. Tierney right out in front. And Sam Nevin has his stick. Able to get it back now as Hendricks moves in. Moment left.
Last minute of the play in the first quarter.
Out in the corner, Hendricks has lost his stick. The puck comes to Bailey. He'll play it into the corner. There's under a minute to go. Ends on Lander. And winning. Shot in the falling timeout. Okay, out by Payne. Can't do it. And the Dillon will try his luck and then sends it down the ice. To Neil Yakupov. Yakupov turns it over, slips the rush back in by Justin Braun. Check up, on that Nurse to Yakupov. Under some pressure there from Couture. We'll go cross ice to Cassidy. He'll drop it back. Nurse with it now. Nurse, all is shot. That one missed. Waiting for it there. Give it away from the Couture. Captain in the corner. Time winding down in the period. Center and pass. Tipped away. And that will do it for a period that sees the Oilers outshoot the Sharks by the score of 12-9 on the shot clock. For David Amber, it is Logan Couture showing why the Sharks are so good on the road. Benefits in
Two goals from the other Augusta in first. The second one, Oilers unshot, and the Sharks swap down.
Logan Couture, remember, broke his ankle. He missed 23 games with that injury.
I'm surprised at the San Jose Sharks have really started to improve their game. So they've won a lot of games since Oilers were back. Some of the favorites came back.
10 goals on the season. This second period is now underway.
A lot of the big plays, I heard Josh and I talk about the San Jose Sharks and the changes we've come from the team last year to this year. 7 guys that run the San Jose Sharks last year aren't even in the NHL anymore. We're talking about the team, the last game, we're not even in then good whistle out by the Smalling, and then the Polak moving, Joel Wood, and Paul Martin signed in the offseason. Martin Jones, of course, the big changes. The youth movement, that couldn't last very long in San Jose.
Right now they're 4 points out of second place. On the other third. Back to the point. Martin waiting for it there. Down low for Joe Thornton. It's Pavelski and Tomas Hertl. For the battle along the wall. The puck comes free. And it's picked up now by Jordan Eberle. Eberle gets by Hertl. Hertl. He tried to spin it out. And Burns cut that off. Martin. Right up the middle. Delivers to Thornton. Thornton stops up. He'll play it behind the net. Hertl as he tries to make a change. Having trouble getting it out now. Eberle will get it down the ice. And it's picked up by Blasser. Down to the middle of the zone. Monsoy with a nod. Monsoy pushes off the foot. He was picked by Draisaitl to Hall. Hall quickly starts back the other way. Glendening joining the rush. The puck comes to Maroon. Glendening is checked. And back the other way. Monsoy tried to get started. Couldn't do it. Hall races in. Here's the ball from behind the net. There by Braun. The puck slips in the corner. Maroon digs it out. He'll get it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl. That's watching him. Maroon with it now. Maroon. Back to the field. Wait for the person. And Maroon coming up. Wanted to get their first goal. And Leon Draisaitl paying the price. As Hasek is headed to the box.
Marking a classic name to the Canadian team. In the fall. And the continued cross checks on the back and draws for 2 minutes. Leon Draisaitl gets one, then he takes another one to low back, comes down the ice, and that needs to get on track. Whenever you're talking about what he's talking about, whenever they really want to see more improvement and get better, and the boys will all play, is just out.
Over 2 in the game against Winnipeg on Sunday. Draisaitl wins the draw, back to second. McDavid, watched by Carlson. Connor McDavid, back to Sekera. Sekera goes across to Eberle. Eberle scores a shot tipped by Draisaitl, but and goes just wide. Hall sticks up on there by Burns, back to pass to McDavid. He was knocked down by Carlson. Burns back to stick towards Eberle. He was tipped by Paul Martin. And Dr. Carlson gets that puck out. Sekera. He retreats back into his own zone. Christine watching him as the Sharks change their penalty killing. Penalty kill that is ranked 8th on the road. McDavid chips and takes it. He's chipped by Polak. Goes straight up in the air. Hits behind the net for Eberle. We're coming to the corner. They'll start a short-handed rush for the San Jose Sharks. Polak fires a shot. Just to make the save. And he'll hang on.
Okay, we know it's a the top hold down right here. He just swallows this one out and gives right from the Polak in. Watch Greg Burns in front of him. He's just going to be aggressive, but once he's aggressive, that signals everybody. And when you watch this 4 guys moving, it is 4 guys moving. It's not just one moving, then the other. Everybody jumps. Greg Burns is going with a big long stick, and that's why Greg Burns good speed for a big man. And that stick takes away all kinds of options for the puck.
Pavelski wins the draw that starts the rush for the Oilers. Yakupov, Maroon. Maroon goes to the side of the net. Yakupov trying to get a stick on it, broken up there by Martin. Letestu keeps it in. Drawn behind the net, checked by Yakupov. Maroon with it now. He'll put it back to the point. Glendening waiting for it. Glendening will give it to Yakupov. Down low from Maroon behind the net for Letestu. Mark Letestu back to the point. Reinhardt gives it to Glendening. Now it's Yakupov. Yakupov off the boards, back to Glendening. Glendening will give it to Yakupov quickly across ice. Here's Reinhardt's shot, and that one just missed the target. But missing comes all the way back out to center. 10 seconds left to go in the penalty to Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Maroon stopped at the line. And the penalty is over. The Oilers just generated shot on that power play. They're now 0 for 3 in the season series against the San Jose Sharks. send that one down the ice, and that is going to come back on the ice again. Lines up against Patrick Arnold playing in his 526th straight game. He legs it off the boards. Stalling tips it in. Ward will give chase. For Nurse. Nurse. Pass for Hall. He has to catch up to it. Dillon got there first. Sprawling to the middle for Marlowe. Chips it along with Ward. Marlowe comes together with Arnold Nurse. Hall now starts away. Hall to the middle for Nurse. Backhand pass for Maroon. Cleared in. Burns will get it. And Burns. Ward intercepted by Hendricks. He was checked, and here comes Marlowe. Marlowe high and wide. Ward can't keep it in. Adam Cracknell back the other way with Lander and Hendricks. Hendricks with a puck now. Hendricks trying to feed it over to Lander. He's falling, and then falling takes Hendricks into the boards. Dillon gets to the blue line no further. Peels off on a line change. Pass intended for either Lander or Hendricks. Split the difference, and it's an icing call.
Not the difference you want to split. Joe Thornton, since January 9th, has been the best point producer in the National Hockey League. 36 from Crosby Kuznetsov in the game. And then you look at his numbers. This guy's a sure. He is a driver. And when you talk about clearance in the National Hockey League, yeah, Brent Burns gets a lot of the club. But Joe Thornton, it's amazing. That's only
with the puck now, pulling final handle. He'll play it back to the point. And Roman Polak was waiting for it. Joe Thornton is third in the league in assists. He is tied for seventh in points. And he comes into this game in a 5-game point streak. Lester. Back to Tomas Hertl. Checked by Korpikoski. That will take off the game behind his own net. 14-12 left to go in the second period. Thornton to the middle for Pavelski. And offside is Tomas Hertl.
Joe Pavelski, 30 goals, 30 assists this season. 4 times he's joined the 30 club. The story about Joe Pavelski is really interesting. When he came in as a rookie, when he sat back in the summer, Ron Wilson was the head coach of Joe Pavelski. You're the last guy on my list, Joe. You are the last. It's going to be an important year coming back, having a great summer coming back. A lot of guys, when you look at Joe Pavelski, you look at where he's joined. And then went to work. And this guy is Jay Woodcroft, played it, working with Joe Pavelski, developed championship hockey.
39 games in his career against the Oilers so far, and he's got 35 points, including an assist tonight. There's 13:41 left to go in the second period. The Oilers trailed by a pair. White out shooting the shot. 12-10 distance.
Stephen Reinhart getting the ball up on the intake. Brandon Davidson, one of the areas he's on the Jake Lynch. This is consistency. Brandon Davidson got to look at it. He would have a good game, and then he would not have a good game. He would have what he called a rain. But after that, he said, I got to get back to always playing at a certain level. The other area that Jim Johnson, the assistant coach who works with the defense, wants to see aggressiveness. Don't always make a mistake by being aggressive.
It is his 16th game of the season. He has played 27 games down in Bakersfield. Being cleared down the ice. 27 games down in Bakersfield, 2 goals, 7 assists. Looking for his first NHL goal. McDavid, centering pass, and put it away by Brent Burns. And then shot. And that one missed high on the left side. There's able to keep it in for Korpikoski. Nolan Korpikoski behind the basket, going to McDavid, intercepted by Paul Martin. McDavid gets it back again, shoots it in twice. The line recovers.
The good Kyle was looking for George Lender on the other side.
NHL Game Center Live as our star camera. And it's trained on number 97, Connor McDavid. Only Patrick Kane scores more points per game. Number 97. Connor McDavid checking in at 1.12 points per game. This is his first second game of the season. He's got 34 points already. Timmy Panarin was the leading rookie, but Connor McDavid playing good play the rest of the year. He's in the conversation.
You have to have a talk about it.
Classic long shot on net. Ward waiting for it. They'll play it to Marlowe. It gets by him. Classic steps up there on Maroon. The puck converts to center. Ford gets it to Braun. An interesting point, though, with Panarin, you look at Patrick Kane, his career year. Who's he playing with? Here's Marlowe's shot. Off the stick of Stecker and wide. A symbiotic relationship. All about through. Gordon. Last second. Wrist shot. Love save. Cam Talbot.
Speaking of Timmy Panarin, I'm watching who's going to work over. I would be interested. Debate right there.
I'll let you say
That's a battle. Seven of the rookie scored 34 points. He was released all those games with injuries. Panarin was way out in front. But there's a great group of rookies this year. Absolutely outstanding. Pretty exciting. Almost good down there. Dispersed the national effort.
And it holds well for the World Cup of Hockey. When you think about those guys, it's that Boston square. He's going to be on my not named the top 16, but he'll be there. He's not in Philadelphia. He's something special.
See a second goal out there? Just as a rocket on the shot. That kid does not lack confidence. He's in deep. Played the game with direction.
The best player to come out of put water to the floor. Long shot by Burns goes over top of the net. Keep it around the board. Burns tries to keep it in at the blue line. Throws it towards the net. Backhand goes high and wide. Burns readily unloaded. He will flip it down. Get it to center. Martin is there. Pavelski. Back to Martin. Now to Thornton. He'll tip it in. He's right in front of his bench. He'll make a save. Backhand line around the board for Farmer. Just over 11 minutes left to go here in the second period. Taking Reinhardt. Down the board. Waiting for it. In the corner. And it's Hill who comes away with it. Hands it in, takes a hit from Darnell Nurse. Darnell rips it around the board to the gets by Gill. And this will be icing against the Oilers.
This is what the San Jose Sharks do. This is, you're talking about the jumpers. Now he's playing those guys. Versus the injury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 against 3. How are you going to win that battle against the Edmonton Oilers if it's 4 against 3? You're not. You've got to bring the defenseman down that situation as well. I mean, the Sharks side of the way out of the
intercepted. Endless. They'll play it back to Darnell Nurse. The middle it goes. Crackle. Tipped in by Lander. Endless on the move. They've been waiting for it. Between the legs and leaped a little past Marlowe. That pass was falling good to work, but Joe Ward tucked in. Ward. Hold it back. It's intercepted by Lander. They go across to Clendening. Adam Clendening stuck inside the blue line. Now he'll throw a wrist shot towards Reimer. And no rebound for Antoine Lander.
Once again, passes out with his hands over, and that's it. It's on, baby. Looks like he gets by the lead. Third card will protect the Kubanov. That's all he's got.
Protecting the draw with Cassian. And all the way back to the blue line. There's no cross ice. Got the right way. Now a wrist shot. It's left by Justin Blair. Third part of the game. To Yakupov. Yakupov. There's a second block by Blair. Looking to the move. Into the middle. And there is Eagles. The boards and out. Carlson on the blue in. Out in the middle. Now they're background that back out. Against Burry, brings this from first, brings it to Pavelski. Opportunity now with Hurdle. Thomas Hurdle. Steve in the pocket. Pavelski's got it again. Pavelski's in opportunity now for Jackson. This way at the hall. Knocked down by Burry. He is checked by Vlasic, who sends it down the ice. And that is going to come back on an open call. In this period of the San Jose Sharks. Glendening can't keep it in. Nieto racing after it against Darnell Nurse. Nurse takes the look and right-handed, and he'll take the look. Glendening took the hit as well.
Easy, Nurse! Keep it down! Keep it down!
Looking over Nieto. They continue. We'll get in Glendening as Nieto gets up slowly. Cross for McDavid. McDavid feeds it to Everly. Everly help with the shot. McDavid here comes the Glendening. To get it back. That's the stage of McDavid. Everly. Everly for Korpakowski. That's broken up by Logan Couture. Sends it down into the territory as the Sharks want to make a change. McDavid with the puck down. McDavid with a pass for Tucker. Brings it around the near side. Hughes on there. Soon to get that puck. Hendrick right out in front of Crum. Chris Tierney back the other way. Rick Hubert. Adam Krekel dishes off to Anton Lander. Still their first. That puck in temporarily, and now Tierney gets it out to center, but it's checked right back in. Waits for the shot, takes his time, Roman Polak with it now. He will lead the rush. Get the center, fired around the board, so that's the second. Burns puts it it in. Fires a shot and a ball for with a nod. Plays it back to Martin. Here's for a wrist shot deflected by Higgins. And that was Pavelski. Got the tip. And Joe Pavelski gets his second point of the night.
Scary set of hands on Joe Pavelski. There's a count over it. Didn't. Was talked about. And then it goes to for the San Jose Sharks guy. It's almost a double tip. Joe Pavelski's going to throw up high in the slot. Hurdles closer to the net. Pavelski, right-handed shot. Gets his stick on a beautiful deflection by Joe Pavelski. Somebody works on every game. Big goals north of the screen operating the shot on that. Against some shots of
14:03 the time of the goal. He's got a 6-game point streak. That's 31. Makes the save. And winner. Going to put towards the net. Moves it into the corner. Brady. It's here. Filling pass. Marner picks it off. Reaching in with Van Aert. 150 career assists for Joe Thornton. His 49th of the season. Remember, in the 2007 season, he had 92 helpers.
That's what a complete player he is. Not just a point machine.
Brewer puts that high. Nieto waits for it. Puts it in for Donskoy. Glendening takes it to the corner. Nieto for Donskoy. Out there with Logan Dupuis. Nieto. Right up there by Glendening. Takes it back, and Kopakowski picks it off. 16 shots for the Oilers, 13 for the Sharks. Kopakowski. Side of the net. Cleared by Vlasic.
You have to tough on that career against the Sharks. There was cleanliness because you could run yourself into the corner. So the tough in that, Vincent used to can't go there for rebounds. Running it into the corner to kind of center it isn't working.
Reinhardt in his own zone. And Hardy. For Anton Lander. Lander. Hit by a little boy. Hands on the shot, but carrying on and Hardy. Got Crackle right in front. Hardy. Lander. Shot from left by Wilson. In by Reinhardt. Blackson. Hits the hit from Henry. And he plays it around the boards. Anton Lander, though, can't keep it in at the line. Gets possession, though, and hangs on to it. As Hendricks clears, and the Oilers are able to get a change. Blackson. Off the glass into center. Hendricks right in front of his own bench. To Cassian, he is given a bump by Zubris. Pinned there as the Oilers do get that change in. And Yakupov. To go in the area. Pavelski. Gillen can't keep it in. An opportunity now for Cassian. He's got Yakupov with it. The front by number 44. Gillen keeps it high. That's it, Maroon. Center pass. Couple gets through to the 50. Gillen. Glass is the defenseman's best friend according to the San Jose Sharks.
They are pumping a lot so far.
And Denning winds, fires a shot, over the save, the big rebound. And Denning to Maroon. Maroon back up top for Glendening. Glendening at the line, keeps it in for Nurse. And the Hall. Winner Hall. Flips to Gillen. Hurdle gets it out to center. Nurse. Flips it. Maroon trying to find it. Nurse has got it again, and he'll give it to Hall. Ball turned back, drops it back for Nurse. Settle now to Nurse, or to Hall. Hall to Glendenning. Fires a shot and it went off the stick of Ward into the corner. And Dillon content to play that puck down the ice. Maroon inside the line. Gets checked by Roman Polak. That allows Bonskoy to come in with Couture. Backhand, stop by Charlotte. No rebound for Logan Couture. Zach Cassian. Sportsnet, the home of the world. Cup red hot. .1:15 left to go in the second period. The Oilers out shooting the Sharks 17-14, but trail 3-0. The only goal in the second period scored by Joe Pavelski. This 31st of the season, he leads the Sharks in goals. Couture, Donskoy, and Nieto, the forward line for San Jose. McDavid. Against Couture. Scramble draw. The Oilers win it. Reinhardt going around the boards. Everly picks it up. Brings it across the line. It's by Burns. Angle shot. Weimer the stick.
Last stop on Hardy.
Less than a minute to go. Nieto to Couture. Couture. Donskoy. Burns shot goes high off the glove of Talbot and into the netting.
This is why you just put pucks in the net and then go to the net. Why the Jordan Ebony fills the wall, fills it towards net, and then gets but he always starts like, and then going the other way. Constantly gets up, plays face.
Won by Anton Randall. With 30 seconds to go in the period. Adam Sacco gets by Herta. Dishes off to Henrik. Wine fires a shot. Reimer's up the pencil. Moves up to the corner. Anton Randall digging for it against Tomas Herta. That looks like the pass for Braun. Big pass up for Herta. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Little takes second row on the boards. Back to the point. Russell. Hit shot. Talbot the save.
This is going to be interesting. It's a nice little runs. Andre center in the back towards him. Response from the Oilers is pushing and shoving back.
The Oilers, despite out-shooting the Sharks, give up the only goal of that second period, and the stars for the Sharks, David, shining tonight. Getting a husband on that goal by Pavelski, and he is instrumental in terms of their victory.
It seems like this, if they go on to win this game, that point at every single one of those games. The last time the Sharks won without Joe Thornton getting a point was back in November against the Rangers.
And they are 24-0-2 when leading after 40 minutes. The Oilers looking for their fifth comeback win of the season when standing after 2 periods. The third period underway. Leon Couchard is fifth night in the face-off circle for him. He has won 8 of the 10 draws that he has taken.
Well, they call it Jumbo, and he is a big big numbers in the National Hockey League. Most points all time, he's at 33. When you start to see some of the people he's passing, it shows you how great this guy has been. They're both superstars. And Doug Gilmore. Guys, if he will play until they rip the jersey off his back, he's always said that. He is good shape. He's always coming on the guys and he loves to play the game.
58 points in 53 games against the Oilers. Gordon Kane came open lane. Kane will shoot it right back there. And they're juggling the line. Paul, McDavid, and Yakupov up there now as the shot goes well. This is Joe Thornton. He'll just drop it back and head off on a line change. Burns runs it around the boards for Paul Martin. Burns over the game. Paul Martin. Pagatti on the turnover. And Denning at center. He is paired with Darnell Nurse. Where Nurse gets by him, but it's okay. It gets to Letestu, who will backhand it in. On that line with Hendricks and Letestu. Hendricks has a step. Good save. It's the best of the game so far. Hendricks. Right on the pin. He picked up by Donskoy. Donskoy to Dillon. Dillon takes the line. A big shot on the way. Talbot, the glove save, and he'll hang on. Snapshot and a great save by Cam Talbot. As Zubas kind of goes, another shot coming through, doesn't make it. Carlson behind the net, Tierney shot, and another big glove save by Cam Talbot. In that 4-game winning streak. Now just 3 goals. Cassian, backhand, Cassian and the Linder. Linder covering the point. It's a shot It's Brown putting the pressure off. Off the boards for Smaller. Smaller gets the puck to Ward. Going to the corner net. Now Ward. It's a second chip. Ward brings it back to the point. Bond. Unable to keep it in. Stone past them as Adam Cutler. Up the middle comes Tomas Hurdle. And Pavelski. It's Brown and the Jets go to work. Here's Brown and at the block. Just shot to the right. Brown, another shot and another glove save. Turned in by Glenn McDavid and Yakupov now. There's Walsh. Move it around the glass. Yakupov. McDavid steals the puck. He gets all over himself. And then brings it to the net. To the side of the top. And then first takes it out. And then able to keep it in. Wrong. By Hall. Hurdle lays it out the center against the others. Trying to catch the shot. Pressure. Couture centering pass for Carlson. And that was broken up by Mark McCusker. Still McCusker with Reinhardt. Joining the play. Back the other way. Comes Carlson. Marcus Wilson. Back to Tierney. Tierney back to the floor. Tipping no shot. Polak. Trying to play for Sabres. Malone with it now. After the nice fire. Brings it back. Payton to second. Everly, Malone, and Drysdale. Opportunity for Everly. For a goal. For a right down. Andre Tickle in the hit track. Going to be an icing call against San Jose. I would never take away the 4 years that I had with great memories with teammates, coaches, general manager, and friends and family living in the team.
It was really a transition. The team was transitioning, and so was the building. What do you remember about the renovations from old to new?
Yeah, no, all this bar was just being built my second year here. They had redone all the room, and I think I was here when the tower actually got built. So the first year the tower was built, so a lot of new things.
Now, new building, how do you feel about a club going from this historical place to a new place?
Well, I am old school. I did get to play in a lot of the old rinks. This will be missed, but I drove by the new building last night and today, and it does look amazing, and You got to do something for Carl Nick to make him happen.
Well, listen, you were a rough, tough guy. The baby blue, I mean, you're rocking it tonight. How does it feel?
My wife picked it up. That's all I got for her.
Okay, Brian. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And hey, good luck with the other team, the San Jose Sharks, as you do work with them as well.
Appreciate it. It's been a good night. Thank you.
All right, cool. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, gentlemen. 12:22 left to go here in the first period. The Sharks with a 3-0 lead. Shot clock started to even up, 22-20. James Reimer has not seen the number of shots that Martin Jones saw last night.
That was quite a performance for Jones. 27 shots. He stopped to take the shot with Flames. It was tight.
His 34th win of the season. He's tied for third. Ball with the puck now. Ball coming to the right. Yakupov from the corner. Ball gets back to third. For the middle for Donskoy. Off his skate. He is checked immediately by McDavid. Puck to go forward. And the Sharks get it down the ice. Second of turn. Gets it to Yakupov. Leo Yakupov. To Hall. Hall. Moves it towards the net. Reimer, an easy glove save, and he'll hang on.
Taylor Hall has the first shot. It's over. Once he is back by Tiger. He gets running just a contact with up high. Tiger's going down. He was for high on the receiver. It doesn't miss by much. Just a progress job with the second.
Seven shots now in the season for Taylor Hall. Into the game with a 3-game point streak. Settle, Maroon, and Everton. Big shift the last time they were out. They'll get another chance in the attacking zone.
Anaheim to Edmonton errors. Talked about the Blues. Who was the guy that really helped them get to the NHL except for Martin Jones? No hesitation. Trey Young is now assistant coach in the Anaheim Ducks. What coaching to increase Trevor DeFito? I see NHL hockey players in, so I see it every day. And we've got to understand that we've got to be working on and off the ice to become a good NHL. He has a lot of respect. Trey Young gives him a lot of credit to the rookie. And Anaheim Ducks are going to be two-thirds better.
He is not unfamiliar with playing with star players. He played with the two biggest stars in Anaheim.
They're talking to him how he always gets you. What's going off the way? Remember, off the way, you mentioned, boy, that's a real honest guy.
Everett steps into his hot shot. By Reimer. Everett with it again. Everett. It's a dry side. Again this time. Quickly started. Killing their own goal. Healy having an opportunity now, 2-on-1. Ward goes across the Marlowe. Save by Kevin Talbot! First star of the week in the NHL, and he shows you why right there.
You gotta let it go like this. It has been a great night for him. He's going to want to help the boy or just smash that out of the air with a ton of confidence. Makes that extra little stretch. Continues his progress. Last one starts
Telling us home, he feels more comfortable now than he did even on that incredible run he had as a member of the New York Rangers. And he credits Allaire with getting him started.
Cam was struggling and said to him, you know what, you're a good goalie, don't worry about it. He's always been in Cam's corner. Now he's continuing that belief system into who's really fighting.
Behind the net, Laurie Bobrovsky. English final gets some space. He comes back to center and lets his feet go. And he's hitting Keenan. And now it's set down the ice. Gilbert saying that once the influence of both guys has really turned it around for him, he said he is playing with confidence and it is showing in his play, and as you mentioned, battling, even down 3-0.
Funny how much the word confidence comes up with these guys, isn't it? Even the Dr. Connor McDavid mentions it all the time.
It is such a fine line between success and failure in the National Hockey League in any pro sport.
The failure is very heavily, or more heavily on you than the successes do.
Sekera with Cassian driving the net. Anton Lander lost the play to Donskoy. Donskoy to Vlasic into the stick. He will send it around the board. Cracknell with it now. 9.5 minutes to go in regulation time. Our previous 2 meetings between these clubs had to go to extra time. The Oilers won here in overtime back on December 9th, and then lost in a shootout in San Jose, down the way to 14th. Hubris can't get it out. When he falls down, making it back down. He will flip it down the ice, and the ice has been tilted in this third period. As the Oilers have come back, they just have not been able to get the armor of James Reimer.
They've been able to, the Sharks, to kind of settle things down the last couple of minutes. The Oilers were pushing and taking at it chance after chance. In the first 7 minutes of the period, they had 7 chances. And now it's settled down because all the Sharks have done just punted it out of the zone all the time.
McDavid, Slow, and Yakupov as the puck comes back to Glendening. A wrist shot through traffic, and that one deflected wide. Hall from the corner. McDavid behind the net. Hall, Payne on the shot. Got it back in. Bit it out in front. And saved by Team Reimer. Hall got it again. Went into the middle. It was picked off by Melker Carlson. And Carlson sends it down the ice. He wants to change. San Jose is going to go home to play New Jersey on Thursday. And then Washington plays the visit on Saturday. And then he fires the puck in. Waiting for it. So Ward runs it off the boards and down the ice. The Oilers will be in Minnesota on Thursday. They're going to come home on Saturday on the shootout in Canada. Scoring. Kamara. Wood broke it up. The other way comes Maroon. Pass for Drysdale. Nurse trying to take advantage of a short line change. Maroon stopped, and the Oilers will have to regroup. Right here. Get a puck there. And Logan Couture. Here goes Donskoy and Nieto. Everly has it down. They will bring it to center. Right back in. Just from Brown. Logan Couture to get his first NHL hat trick. He's up 22 games. Pavelski gets it. Shot by Payne and knocked down. Now plays it back to Pulla. Off the end of his stick, Burke is there. He keeps it in temporarily. Now Payne with an outlet pass to Hendricks. Hendricks will curl back as the Oilers want to make a change. Hendricks to the player by Pavelski. McDavid winding up in his own zone. Here comes Connor McDavid. McDavid going around behind the net. Couldn't get it by Glendening the first time, and now he will send it down the ice. Yakupov being pursued by Carlson. Glendening to Hall. Hall just outside the line. McDavid finds it, brings it back to Darnell Nurse. Over 6 minutes left to go in this one. Oilers trying to prevent James Reimer from getting his first shutout of the season. Oilers comes off the boards. to the corner. Forward waits down a 6-1 through. Talbot makes the save, no rebound.
Logan continues to result in a spot. Courtesy Red Tank got seated. Canada shots for great. Travel teams.
We'll do the face-off again between Joel Ward and Leon Draisaitl. Ward wins it back. And it's kept in by Martin. Ward. Martin back into his own zone. Hall, Eberle, and Draisaitl. Shepard. He's off the board for Eberle. Out of his reach, comes to Martin. Back into the middle from Marlowe. Shepard with it now to Mark Kane. Draisaitl. Waits to the top. With a rebound. Cleared by Burns. Ward tied up there by Parton. Hall has it. Play it back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl takes his time. He'll feed Hall in the middle. He'll flip it in. Reinhardt jumping in. Griffin Reinhardt takes a hit there from Braun. Evan with it now. Cleared out by Logan Couture. Eberle back to Gate. Picked up now by Hall. He's got McDavid with him. McDavid with a puck. McDavid. Circle. Connor McDavid still has it. Off the clock. At the line. Yakubov moving in. Yakubov. McDavid with the puck down. They'll give it to Hall. Lost it. Vlasic. And sends it out. 29 shots for the Edmonton Oilers. 22 for the Sharks.
Third game in 4 nights for the Sharks in the third period, but unfortunately, Steve Brown hesitated 3 days
It's going to head to the penalty box. And Matt Henricks into the boards. Force quickly out there. Took on the condition on number 23.
Oh, actually, it wasn't. I apologize to Robert Polak. It wasn't. It was just kind of quiet stage. I thought that Robert Polak got it first. That was got. Now he's hurt.
We'll be back as Matt
From here, it looks like there is a shot to the back of Matt Hendricks with the stick, maybe the feet, but from the low angle, Robert Polak just catches Matt Hendricks as he's already going down, and that's fair to the boards. That's why Robert Polak. Yes, it is a power play for the goals.
Second
Eight seconds, a penalty to number 46, Corbin Polak. 2 minutes for interference. Time 16 minutes, 11 seconds. That penalty, Polak, interference.
Second. And the Oilers regroup. And the San Jose Sharks will change their penalty killing. Nieto and Scully out there now with Burns and Martin. McDavid pushes to Hall. Picked up by Nick Spaulding. And Spaulding will send the puck swinging down the middle. Once again, quick changes for the Sharks. It's Lewis and Couture out there now. Drysdale. Backs up. Hall's got it. To a point, Clem will give it to Hall. Hall, on roll, centering pass, but David was covered there by Dubas. He came away to James Harden. And the Oilers separated.
Something on this power play.
57 seconds left in it. As Watkins sends it down the ice. Reinhardt getting some power play time. We'll drop it back to Clendell. Maroon, Yakupov, and Letestu. Maroon with it now. Patrick Maroon back to the point. Clendenning takes the shot. Now they'll get a whisper zone and regret. Big step shot. We'll get it to Maroon behind the net. Maroon tied up there by Braun. Letestu in the try. Takes that puck free. But on trying to pin it against the board. To the point it comes. Clendenning's got it. Clendenning. Letestu back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt with a wrist shot, and that was blocked by Vlasic. Picked up now by Merrill. And he will send it away to the ice. Standing ready to get back on the ice. As the Oilers now 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Yakupov. Put it over for Nurse. Nurse is there to keep it in. And now Nurse drops the glove to Roman Polak. Nurse going after Polak. For that receiving hit. John Hendricks and he demolishes Polak right in front of his first.
Time 18 minutes, 20 seconds. The Sharks penalty, fullback, 5 minutes to play. Time for an
22-goal games.
Burns. Kamala. Kick the tour. Glendening. Sends it the length of the ice.
Bench minors, this was Pete DeBoer being hugely upset at Darnell Nurse not getting more. I think he was Roman Bullock getting 5 fighting when he didn't even get his gloves off. It's so good. Don't now the face-off come down the zone. So yeah, it's a bench minor. Someone's going to serve it, so this goes to 4-on-4 hockey.
Smalling is the guy that has been chosen to skip. With 54.6 seconds to go, just one thing to be decided.
The San Jose penalty.
Burns. Pass for Pavelski out of his reach. Sent right back in into the corner. It's the save and sends it to the corner. 40 seconds left to go. Reinhardt keeps it in. Vlasic on the near side. Ready for Burns. We'll bring it back to Vlasic. Starts away. Thornton circles back to his own zone. On the 15 seconds. Thornton with it again. Goes Thornton across the blue line. He will stop up and wait for Dillon. Brendan Dillon now. He got it back to Thornton, but he was changing. And Logan Couture will not get the hat trick. But James Reimer will get his first shutout of the season and first as a member of the San Jose Sharks. It's his 12th career. Half second.
October 29th, 2013, right here against the Edmonton Oilers.
Central comes your way